Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hello.
back to another Sticks and Stones removal mission.
Yes.
Shall we say? We'll keep it light for now. The Sticks and Stones has been tasked with the removal, possible replacement of a Varl Carthalion. Should you succeed in deleting just Varl Carthalion, you just may be able to take over his vast empire of less than savory businesses, bringing in some new income, some new bonuses, perhaps on future missions. However, should you destroy his entire network, it will be much harder to find help on future missions. So, keep that in mind.
Okay.
This music's a little too chill for what we're going for. The squad has purchased several things, including, but not limited to, some disguises, a map of the area, and did you guys get the sleepy potion? Or you skip the sleepy potion?
I think we skipped that.
Okay,
yeah.
you skip
You
sleepy
guys want to
potion?
get it? Sleepy potion?
You're skipping sleepy potion and rift beacon?
It's not a bad idea.
I mean, we have the money, so I kind of feel like why not have several tools? How much is that one? 150?
Sleepy potion?
Yeah.
It's 200.
200?
200.
How much do we get paid out if we...
I mean, if you take over this racket,
It's passive
There's
income?
no upper limit.
you get passive income and also discounts in the future, on top of the reward for removing this guy.
Is it just one dose of sleepy potion?
Yeah.
It is one dose of sleepy potion, but
One dose.
say you were to put it in the food supply, anybody that consumes it will get
Get
a
sleepy
full
eventually.
dose.
Okay. Let's do it. In
Okay.
case somebody wants to... Maybe we can
Sleepy
slip it to
potion.
one of the Varls.
Okay.
It
Sleepy
might come
potion.
in handy. Okay, so 200.
200.
Okay, I took it off.
To
Sleepy
throw it
potion.
out there for you, if you are capable of eliminating Varl and leaving his network intact, you receive 2,000 gold. If you eliminate Varl and his entire racket, the payout is only 800, because that's much easier. Just walk in and kill 6 people and walk out and you're fine.
Right.
They want the market intact.
I
the
see.
option is for you to be the one at the helm of it.
Okay.
So, you know. And then because it happened while some people were out of the room, there's a roseblood garden. They cultivate the rosebloods to brew poisons out of the sap they produce. But they can also, let out some debilitating shrieks, which are very loud, but they can incapacitate somebody if they're used properly.
We could build a guinea pig bridge into the
Guinea
strategy
pig
tent.
bridge. That was a great catch, but how'd you do that?
Because this died just randomly and I was and flicked it.
It's okay. Sometimes my limbs do that too, where I just punch a cup, and I'm like, why? How? No.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well,
Okay. So you are purchasing the sleepy potion,
Yeah, I already took
a
it.
knockout draft, which if added to any food or water, anybody that consumes it will be very difficult to wake up when they do go to sleep. It's not instant acting, but it's like a melatonin gummy is the joke I'm going to keep making. It will make you sleep much more heavily.
Map. Climbing gloves.
You do have climbing gloves.
These are all tents, right? Or no?
No. So the longhouse is made of wood. The cafeteria / food supply is like a little hut, and then the strategy tent and the medical tent
are brick
tents. Strategy tent is made of solid steel. 3 feet of concrete lined in steel and rebar. And then the roseblood garden is a greenhouse, although right now it is quite heavily boarded up because it's winter. So they're just insulating it in there as well as they can.
All right.
But you've purchased disguises
Yes.
for at least one of you. Did you do all 3?
Yeah, we did all 3.
Okay. Then all 3 of you, at present, look an awful lot like
Guards.
like a Norse pikeman,
Okay.
effectively. You've got very heavy, fur and leather armor that covers your entire face. Spears are optional to be carried in your hand, and Same deal with buckler shields if you want to really look the part. But I mean, you don't necessarily have to have them to walk in. But you effectively told bought 3 guards uniforms and said, "Hey, take the day off."
Okay.
So
Oh, so there's 3 guards that are missing technically.
Effectively,
so
yeah.
Nobody's gonna be like, "There's too many guards here."
yeah, they're not going to be like, "Head count. Why do we have 27? There should only be 24." Okay.
Oh, all right.
So there's our setup. The scale of these things is approximate and rough.
Okay.
So don't worry too much. The relative scale is roughly correct in terms of like how big
Okay,
is
go on,
this
yours.
building as composed
Yeah.
of this.
I'm like, I don't remember writing these notes, and Tia was in there.
I was in Joel's.
Tia's adding notes
I was
to
in
yours.
Joel's document.
This is really rasm. Razzle dazzle.
I did one time move around your desktop thingies.
Oh, did you move his
Or no.
I used
No,
to do
no, I
that when we were
didn't. You
young.
did. That's the story. I'm mixing my
When
own
we-
memories. But I just remember,
Yeah.
like, how do you have so many things on your desktop? Your old, the
And a
Apple.
lot of
No, as a
So,
youth,
like, there was, like,
I
one
would
tiny
test him.
space.
and I would grab a folder and I'd move it and put another one there, and he'd show up and go, "Let's get this out." It would take 3 seconds. He'd be like, "No, that wasn't there. What'd you do?" And while he's fixing it, he's like, "You think I don't know my desktop?"
It's not a mess if you know where everything is.
Exactly.
It looks like a mess. When you open it, you're like, holy
No, he's-
crap.
I
He's the
literally
epitome
do
of
not use
that.
the desktop at all. I literally just have everything I use on the taskbar.
No.
I don't touch anything.
No, he's the
I'm getting
epitome
better
of
at
that
that. This was
picture
years ago.
where it's like, "Hey, do you have a paperclip?" And the guy sends back. He's like, "Go in my desk by the 3rd spoke of the desk chair by the desk, and there's like a paperclip in the carpet." And she's like, "How?" That's Joel with his desktop. He's like, "I know where everything is." Okay.
Okay.
All right, sticks and
Varl.
stones. You have your mission. Good luck, Godspeed. You know, get in there. Have at it. I was gonna look for something to do, but I didn't get another marker color. So there's a guard here and a guard here on the outside. 1, 2.
But we're just walking in, yeah?
Yeah. But if you want to get a head count of how many guards,
Okay. There's only 2 that we see.
yes, there are 2 so far. But if you walk in, it's very blizzardy conditions. It's dusk approaching nightfall. So you guys have the element of darkness to protect you. But it is snowing quite hard. So these guards, even if you wanted to really have a conversation, you'd have to get very close. So
Would they
They're not
let
gonna
a,
look
would
at
they
you
let
too
our
much.
cart come in, or are they not going to?
I mean, depends what's in the cart. What do you bring in?
I mean, like our normal like
Us.
vehicle.
A
Us.
Oh, like the
Bomb.
tooth,
Yeah,
the
the-
tooth cart?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that too obvious?
It might be.
I don't know if I want to bring a
You stole
Because if you
this.
bring the
Yeah.
tooth cart in, they're gonna be like, "Hey, wasn't that at the hotel?"
Okay.
There was a
So
tooth
we gotta
cart
park that
outside.
out. We gotta park that a little further away.
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, we gotta hike it.
Brian wanted the front row parking spot.
Yeah.
Do you guys have valet parking? Like, don't you work here?
Do you have valid?
Hand him the keys.
Hey, park it around back. Don't scratch it, bud. Hey. Hey. This for the mules, all right? Try not to do any donuts. This thing's worth more than you are.
Our tooth wagon. This was custom built.
Don't scratch the porcelain, you know what I'm saying? That's a veneer.
This is a 1542 Chevy Tooth. This is a
Dude.
historic vehicle.
I would drive the Chevy.
It has the
Tooth.
plate. Historic vehicle.
Sounded like speed buggy farting into camp.
I'm picturing the Richard Scary apple, but it's just one big tooth.
Yeah. How many horsepower? Well, how many horses do you have attached to it?
How many apple power?
It's got 10 root power.
Nice.
Okay. Should we split
I
up?
dropped it immediately. Up to you.
feel like we should possibly
If you want to go get like a lay of the land.
split up. Yeah, get lay.
Yeah, I want to go to the Roseblood Garden,
Okay.
and I want to see if there is.
Are we entering? We're just walking in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you just walk in.
Cool. I'm gonna do the nod.
We,
you know?
We're free to
Yeah,
come
but-
and go. We
yes.
can walk out. It's
Yeah.
not like.
Yeah. Until such a time as you cause problems, you will blend in.
Okay.
Is somebody gonna go poison the food supply.
Someone
Poison
poisoned
the
the water hole.
That's
Sleepy pie the water.
Sleepy time bear.
The beer or whatever.
Sleepy
Yeah.
time bear.
I feel like we gotta figure out who we're gonna do it to out of
Sleepy
all the
time bear.
We could just do
the
it the
Varls.
entire.
He's saying just drop it in the
The
punch
it
bowl.
was one dose.
Sleepy
If
time
we
bear.
dilute it, then it's
No,
everyone's just gonna be
no,
like.
what I said is if you put it in the food or the water supply, anybody that consumes it will get the dose of it.
Oh,
I know that's not how poison works, but I'm making it
that's
easy.
very diluted.
You guys bought 200 gold worth of Sleepy Time bear juice. to go for
And
it.
NyQuil's expensive.
Yeah, man. You ever watch Sleepy Time Bear?
Damn it! I bought Dayquil.
No, it's gonna taste like piss. No. Sorry, Dayquil. Sponsor us or don't. I don't care.
This is 5-hour energy.
Oh, I put
I
No
can't
crash later.
sleep.
No crash later is a lie. You have to crash by virtue of you have risen. You can't. You have to land. You have to land eventually.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Who wants to go where and who wants to go first?
let's split up.
Yes.
I'll go to the cafeteria.
Okay. So you go to the cafeteria.
Lincoln, you going to the?
Lincoln,
Rose
go get a
Blood.
town
Rose
car.
Yeah. I'm going to go to the Roseblood Garden.
Okay.
Okay.
Where you going, buddy? Where to, Hoyd?
Yeah, Hoyd, where?
I'm gonna check out the guard area.
Okay.
This-
Go to the
this
guard
thing.
longhouse. Establish yourself.
The Lard
Yeah.
House.
Roadhouse. It's just a
Okay.
bunch of guards roundhouse kicking each other, jumping on and off of banisters.
I think
Roadhouse.
I'll look for a good opportunity in the cafeteria
Okay.
for the sleepy time,
Mhm.
Sleepy time, bae.
for nap time.
Okay.
Operation nap time. But if
Operation
that doesn't
honk
work,
shoe.
just keep an eye out if there's anything where you guys go. Alright.
Joel's are really easy
And
to get
break.
with stupid jokes the last couple sessions. Operation Honk Shoe and Nicholas name are like the dumbest things I've ever said.
So good, though. I stand by that.
I've dropped my standard of jokes. I just let them fly now.
Yeah.
And it's working. It's a Nicholas name. Joel's like, oh, Nicholas name. It's great. It brings me joy. Okay.
All right.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. Captain.
Veto, I go first.
Oh!
I'm kidding.
This isn't a democracy.
Lincoln's gunning
Yes,
for the
ma'am.
top spot. Okay. Chapizo. Headed to the cafeteria.
Yes.
Food supply.
No.
It's dusk. The dinner bell is like nigh imminent. But you walk in there, and there's 2 guards currently on food duty. They're preparing the gruel that will be served. Just to say, it's like a nice, sort of like beef stew-esque meal. They're just throwing a lot of warm food to keep you warm in the blizzard. Walking on in there. The 2 guards that are working in there are not in full uniform. They seem to be partially in plain clothes because there's a lot of big roaring fires in here. So it's much warmer inside than it is outside. As you walk in, they're preparing the meal. They give you like a silent nod, and they just keep stirring the stew. And you can see there are 2 shifts for dinner,
Okay.
and there are 12 names listed for each shift. And this is normal guard meal. First shift is going to eat, rough guesstimate on the time, in like 15, 20 minutes. Second shift eats 2 hours later. First shift, beef stew. Second shift, shepherd's pie. So the sleepy time juice, you got enough to poison one entire meal. But they're 2 meals. 2
And-
meals to be served.
And you said that it's 12 each?
Yes. 12 guards are getting beef stew. 12 guards are getting shepherd's pie.
Does this include the Varls?
This does not appear to include the Varls. This is just general mess.
And who did we replace? Are we meal slot 1 or 2? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You guys can be wherever you want to be.
Okay.
It's effectively as though you had done that.
Right.
You may have killed them. I don't really care how you operate off screen.
Right.
If you executed them and they're in the tooth cart, and you're like, this will be great. Now we have so many teeth to sell.
So there's 30 people.
There are
at the
24
camp.
names listed for feeding, and yes, there are 5 advisors and a Varl.
Okay. Okay.
Does my suit come with a badge number on it so I can identify what name I am?
On badge 7. You'll get the impression a lot of the rank and file guards here, as long as you got past the guards at the fence, their pun intended, their guard is down.
Okay.
'Cause you're inside. And a lot of the guys keep their cowls up because they're just freezing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you stayed in full uniform, they'd be like, hey, man, it's not comfortable, but at least it's warm.
Yeah. Okay.
So nobody's really going to look at you sideways because you got them disguised
Okay.
like pistachio.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
If you know about pistachios.
If you know about pistachio disguising.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you're in the mess hall.
I'm in the mess hall, and there's just the 2 preparing
Yes.
for the first
For
shift
each-
of
so-
stew.
2 of the guys from second shift cook the meal for first shift. And then 2 of the guys for first shift will cook the meal for second shift. If that makes sense. So they basically split the guard in half
Yeah.
in case something goes awry with the food. Which something is probably going to go awry with the food.
I know, but I don't want to give it. Okay. I'm gonna.
Oops! Oh, I put NyQuil in the chicken. You guys remember that?
Yeah, the NyQuil chicken.
That's disgusting.
It's also
So
fatal.
disgusting, bro.
Don't do
Yeah.
that.
so
God.
stupid.
Yeah. It's really funny though. But don't do
Anyway,
that.
I'm making Pepto burgers later.
Yeah, that way you can be pre-inoculated to the upset
Digest,
stomach
yeah.
it will give you for eating a Pepto burger. I am the poison and the cure. Okay, but yeah, there's right now there's a big like cauldron of beef stew being prepared, and these guys are kind of like chopping carrots, and then they'll turn around and scrape them into the bowl. So you could, if you're swift, you could just be like, and throw Sleepy Time bear juice into the cauldron, if you wanna.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you how to
Okay.
live your life.
I'm gonna sidle on over.
Okay.
Like, mind if I? I'm a little peckish. Mind if I try some of the dinner?
They just go, bowl is over there, and they point to like a big rack of bowls. They just assume you're heading early for mess hall.
Okay. I'm
So-
gonna go get a bowl.
Okay.
Can I see into the kitchen? Like
It's like a
it's
big-
open.
You're in like a big kind of square wooden shack,
Okay.
and there's a big cauldron in the middle where
Okay.
they're cooking.
Okay.
The kitchen is like a clean-ish table where they're just cutting veggies and meat and tossing it into the... This would not pass muster on like a 5-star cruise ship. This kitchen's filthy. But in terms of a mess hall, it'll do.
Okay.
But yeah, to answer that, yeah, you can see every corner of this place from the door.
Okay. And just from doing a scan, it doesn't look like anything's being prepared off to the side.
No, they're working right now. They're working on the beef stew.
That's
When the
it.
beef stew's done, they start working on shepherd's pie.
They'll shift out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the hall looks like it could fit 10 people comfortably to eat, which is why they eat in groups of 12. They just
Right.
cram them in there.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah, you can grab a bowl, a little wooden
Yeah,
bowl
I'm
with a
gonna
little wooden
grab a
spoon.
bowl,
Okay.
and I'm gonna get a little stew.
You dish it up.
Yeah. Get a little stew.
Mmm.
Your best work yet.
Thanks. They're like, yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I want to poison the water hole.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold off. I'm just gonna sit
Okay.
there and just like pretend
Sit
that I'm
there,
really
eat your
cold.
stew.
Go sit by the like fire and
Yeah.
just kind of wait for people to start coming in.
Okay. So you just sit there with a bowl, scalding hot beef stew.
Yeah.
Okay. Just chilling with a wooden
Yeah.
spoon. All right. Then we'll bounce back. Hoyd Lincoln. Who's next? Boulder Parchment Shears. Ooh!
To the Roseblood Gardens,
To
please.
the Roseblood Garden. Okay. Heading over to the Roseblood Garden. It's a bit odd to see like a greenhouse amidst tents and such.
Oh, it is like a greenhouse.
It is a greenhouse,
Okay.
but it currently has like some scrap wood and like a tarp thrown over the top because of all the snow. They're trying to just protect the glass as best they can. Not a whole lot you can do for it, but if you like pull the wooden board away from the door, you can go inside, and there are probably about a dozen or so bright red blossoming flowers, just kind of planted in these little planters.
Okay.
And it seems pretty humid in there. The glass is like crying with condensation. It's very sad in there.
Is there a gardener guard?
If there is, they're not currently in the Roseblood Garden.
Okay.
You want to make
so they're being completely unattended.
No
one's watching the paint dry.
Correct. If you want to make a taming check, I'll tell you a little more about how Rosebloods
Except for
are owned and operated.
one lady who has bloodshot eyes has blinked once. Just watch.
14.
14. Incredible. Okay. Yeah. Rosebloods are typically nocturnal. But if you were to keep the space that they are in dark, they will be active so long as it's not light in there. So if you were to bring a sort of dimmer light source in, you could sort of trick them into thinking that it's morning or daytime, and it'll keep them nice and calm. But typically, if you're not monitoring them, if you leave them in the dark, they will kind of pop up. They'll get out of their little containers. They'll walk around. They'll do whatever they got to do. As long as they can't escape, they're not really worried about it. And then they'll go plant themselves back in when light is reintroduced. So long as you bring a light source in with you, the Roseblood should remain relatively docile.
Okay. I really just wanted to see what kind of containment they had and if there was someone tending to them.
Yeah. Right now, their containment is like a nice little trough of soil that's kept off the ground, and there's kind of like these little, almost like gas lamp heat sources nearby to keep it a little humider in here.
Okay.
But otherwise, they seem largely unattended, because even if they were to somehow get out the door, they would probably try to get back in because it's cold.
Fair enough. If only I had mole hands.
I know. If you had mole hands, you could burrow under the greenhouse and then back in.
In my head, I was just like, if I could make them a tunnel into the strategy tent. And I was
Yeah.
like, I need
Release
mole hands
them?
for that.
Yeah. It keeps coming up.
Somebody's got to take it.
Somebody.
Manchego.
It won't be me.
Give it to Manchego and be like, Garrick, we made an executive decision. We need mole hands. So Manchego will have mole hands. Okay. That's the rough setup of the garden. It's very dark in there right now. You do hear like the subtle gibbering of these little dudes. It seems like they're chatting it up with one another, but
Planning
it's
an uprising?
incomprehensible plant voices. So
Does it sound
Hard to say.
revolutionary?
I don't know, man. They might be in there just reciting Voltaire or something. Who knows? They're like, I've encountered literature by the revolutionary Robespierre. We should be tearing down
Thomas Paine.
We must be destroying the theaters so that we can rise anew and whatever. He was all about like. Yeah. Anyways, we don't have to get into it. So yeah, that's the Roseblood Garden.
Sick.
If you bring a bright enough light source in there, they will stay pretty calm.
To be happy.
But if you move them too quickly or if they become upset, they will just start screaming.
Perfect.
So
Shrieking.
yeah, which could be used for good or ill.
Yes.
Yeah, you could just throw them at sleeping men, and they will not be normal, innocent men. So that's that. We're going to the guard longhouse with Hoyd. Hoyd's time in the guard longhouse.
First thing,
Yeah.
do they know of what happened to the guy in the tomb thing we went to?
Sandor Korai.
Yes, Sandor.
Are
And
you
the
are you
previous
looking?
hotel.
Are you looking to hear some goss?
Yeah. Do they
Yeah,
know?
bruh.
Is that not public knowledge, or have we been?
Well,
Or is this like a day after?
do you want to? Oh, it's been more than a day.
Okay.
We're probably talking 2-ish weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to try to like jump into a conversation and lead it that way, or do you want to see if they're chatting it up in the shadows?
I'm trying to figure out
Because if you walk in and you're like, how about the murders? That might be a little sus.
I'm more so wanting to see if anybody's talking about it, and then I might interject something.
Okay, let me make it a little more fair, because you guys do have access to the broadsheets that are printed daily. And it was also in one of the job opportunities is, people are very concerned. And several people will have read by now that the broadsheets are printing a wild conspiracy theory that the recent events and deposition of several important heads of state are all part of a grand conspiracy, some sort of murderous death cult on the rise, which, depending on your guys' perspectives, you may be into that sort of thing. I don't know. I won't tell you how to feel about it. But, yeah, the broadsheets are all about it, and they seem to be causing a bit of fear and a bit of a stir, which is why, if you were to listen to the guards talking, they're talking about how there's a lot of new faces in camp because they keep raising the amount of guards they need on hand, which is why the cafeteria only fits about half of the guards at any given time. They used to all eat together, and now they're like, God, there's too many new people here. Like, I just don't know. It's so hard to keep it straight. Like, I don't even know. And they're probably whispering about being a little nervous, you know. They go, we don't know who these new people are. They could be anybody. And a lot of them are like still in full guard getup. Some of them that seem maybe a little more seasoned are just sitting around a fire in like some normal clothes, no armor. But that's the general hubbub of the guard longhouse.
Is there any particular guards that are currently talking about conspiracies?
Yeah, there's definitely like little clusters around each fire. You can fit like 4 or 5 guards around each fire, and there's 3 fires. So they're kind of huddled, and then a couple guys seem to be catching some Z's if they're not on duty. But yeah, there's definitely a group that has like a broadsheet out, and they're reading it. And they're like, yeah, I heard about cult activities. And they're like, I'm pretty sure that's maybe a bit of a stretch. I mean, they weren't even killed in similar ways. One was poisoned by his own doctor. They go, I heard he was decapitated. They go, no, you idiot. That's another guy.
Come on.
How far away are we from a town?
You guys are like just outside Dunhaven.
Okay.
We're like, you could get to town in 10, 15 minutes
Okay.
in this weather.
So I'll sit down to the people that are chatting about Sundar.
Yeah, Sandor's the guy that
we killed.
His disappearance is leading to wild speculation because they never found a body.
Yeah.
So they're like he skipped town.
That's right. No body, no crime.
Yeah, they can't if the nobody.
Nobody, no.
So I'll sit down to some of the guards that are maybe talking about conspiracies, and kind of wait for them to bring up Sundar.
Yeah.
And I'll interject.
Okay. Yeah.
I've heard from Dunhaven.
Yeah. Okay. As you kind of sit down, they make a little space for you by the fire. They're not being too selfish with the warmth, but they'll let you in. But they don't like break their conversation at all. They just kind of move to let you in. As you sit down, still have like some snow on your boots that starts melting by the fire. But they're like, but what about? Do you think Sandor could have had something to do with it? Because he skipped town. And they're like, no, I heard that the guys that were stuck down in that bunker, I heard they ate him.
And I'll say, I heard that he got eaten by spiders.
Now that's a good tale right there. Spiders. Nah, he was definitely eaten by the guards.
I was at the Dunhaven bar earlier today. She needed a quick refreshment. And I overheard a couple of people talking. And I heard that Sandar got eaten by spiders, and that's why his body's gone. That's why he's gone missing. I don't know if I believe it. I think he skipped town. I think he got himself into some hairy situation.
A real hairy situation.
But I these people were very convicted with this story.
Let's get a. So you're technically telling the truth.
I am.
So I'll allow influence.
Okay.
Or you can do trickery.
Deception.
If you're trying to just like rile him up, be like, no, dude, he was eaten by spiders.
It's cocked, but it's on a 19.
So like, have you ever seen the play 8-Legged Freaks?
So it
was like that.
It's a 28 technically.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah.
Whoa!
Pretty bad.
You
bro.
I'm not even gonna bother.
You're weaving myths.
I'm
left
not
and
even
right.
gonna worry about their intuition tests. They eat that up like the spiders ate up that guy.
Like the slop they're about to be served.
Yeah. They're like, that's crazy. You think he was eaten by spiders? They're like, what kind of spider could eat a whole man?
Fair question.
That's why I think it's a conspiracy. I don't know if it's true, but the conviction that this person at the bar had at Dunhaven, it felt too real. It didn't feel like a conspiracy to me.
One of the guards like takes off his helmet and is like, God, what a terrible way to go. Get eaten by spiders? You'd feel all their little legs the whole time.
And what they said is they had an evac team that showed up, but nobody knows who they are. And they helped everybody, and Sandor got because he started running.
Like, that's
And he
why
wouldn't
you
stay with
can't
the evac
panic.
team.
You gotta keep a clear head.
But nobody knows who this evac team is. So we can't get
That's eerie.
The person in the bar couldn't get the story straight.
That's eerie, man. That's crazy. That's a crazy story.
You think any of the Varls would have any input on this? Should I give this information up?
I don't know,
Sure,
man.
should I keep it to myself?
Without any concrete proof, I don't know. They got ties to all sorts of people. They probably already know. For all we know, maybe they sent the spiders after this guy. And they go, ah, you hear that?
I'll just laugh with them.
Okay, we'll circle back.
Okay.
Mess hall.
Yes.
We're approaching the dinner bell. Two or three guys head into the mess hall. They start scooping beef stew. And they see you in here and they go, you got first dibs, huh? Did you take the good bowl?
No.
Oh, weird. Why not? Oh, all right.
I'm just feeling a little
They go, I'll
peckish.
take the good bowl. One of them slaps him on the back and goes, no, it's my turn for the good bowl. There's one wooden.
I'm like, okay.
There's one wooden bowl that's like a little better condition.
Oh.
It's the good bowl.
Okay.
The good bowl.
It's like varnished, so it doesn't keep like the old food in it. It's the good bowl.
It's the good bowl.
Yeah. Like some of the spoons are like kind of cracked because they're just made of wood.
So it's an unseasoned bowl, is what you're saying.
Pretty much. It doesn't have leftovers added to it. It's like a leftover casserole bowl. But the two chefs finish their beef stew preparations
Okay.
and they leave.
And they leave?
They head to the guard longhouse
Okay.
because they'll be eating batch 2.
Right.
Which means eventually 2 guys are going to come in here and start making shepherd's pie. But a couple of the dudes that Hoyd's been talking to,
Come in.
their tummies start to grumble. And they go, time for mess hall. And they get up and they head over.
Okay. I'm gonna go get some seconds. And then I'm gonna walk away and
Against
go to
the
the
rule. Okay, you go get
Don't be a snitch. And I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna slip in the sleepy time
Into what?
into the pot.
You put it in the beef stew.
Yeah.
Okay. So for full disclosure, there's 3 guys that have dished.
Yeah.
So they're not going to get the sleepy time bear.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as that's known. You walk over there, add a little seasoning, give me a trickery. 'Cause we're adding some
Can I pull out my
seasoning.
I don't have my So trickery.
I'll give you a mastery on trickery.
Be
Okay.
trickerous.
Be trickerous.
Yeah.
Vulnerous.
As far as I'm aware, you have a +5 to cunning. So
French.
start with that. It's just whether you've mastery or not.
Oh, you said trickery?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You have mastery as well.
So +5 plus a
Uh,
d6.
And you got a 3 from me.
Okay, 3 from you.
So +8 plus a d6. Go!
Wow.
Jesus.
14 altogether.
Okay.
Pretty bad.
What'd
you roll?
I rolled a 3.
She rolled 2 3s on her 20 and her
goodness.
d6.
Yeah.
It warrants a roll.
Okay.
Did they roll 3s also?
No, one of them got a 2.
That's worse than 3.
One got a 17.
Ooh.
And one got a natural 20.
Dang.
But those aren't the ones that are drinking it. Or you mean
No.
to see?
Yeah, to see you put something in. They go, you forget the seasoning or something?
Yeah, I mean, I told you I got a little peckish and it didn't taste right. So I had a little bit more. And
Okay.
I'm going to add other spices that are right there, too.
Like frog's breath.
Yeah.
You love frog's breath.
That's why I'm concerned.
Nothing's
You
more
got deadly
suspicious.
nightshade.
It
you
might not be
slip
my
bee.
it might not be my shift to cook, but I ain't eating shit.
The guy with the 17 will buy that. I will give you one more trickery for the guy who crit and
One more
saw
trick-
you put something in there.
Okay.
And then very obviously pivot and grab like salt and stuff
No,
where
I- like-
seasonings were.
No, both, all of it.
Mhm.
Can I give her another mastery on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 from me.
Whoa!
God damn it! I can't get any better than that. Would you 5?
5. I still have 5 more mastery dice.
Yeah.
So 26.
It's a little bit better.
Okay, so it's a natural 21,
Okay.
which is better than a natural 20.
Okay.
Which is why it matters
Okay.
what your mastery numbers are.
Okay.
So you managed to play it off, grabbing other seasonings and trying to like fix it up. And then if you take a bowl after, they're a little less suspicious.
And I'll take a bowl after.
Okay.
So then you say you give it to the 3 that didn't.
And then I take my slotted spoon and I
You take it to the 3 that
Mm.
didn't get this dosed
yeah.
food and say, taste it. What does this
Yeah.
taste better?
Yeah.
Did I
Like you guys
improve
be the
dish?
judge. What do you think?
Make an influence test.
Okay.
This
Influence.
This is a social minefield.
That's fair.
Okay. So a lot worse rolls than
Wow.
last time.
Wow.
Come on.
11.
11, hey.
Yeah.
Two of the lads go, all right. And they take like a sip and they go, that's not bad. Not bad. You try it. And the other guy goes, that's pretty good. And the sus guy
Yeah.
just goes, I'm good with mine.
What, you're too good to try my soup?
I don't like salt that much.
It's not just salt. You know nothing about cooking.
I know enough about what I like. He's like, I watched you put 7 new substances in the food. I'm keeping an eye on you. He bought it enough
To not report.
to not immediately be like, you try to kill us.
Right.
But is definitely not
Like
going to be
watching
like,
me?
oh, I trust you implicitly.
Yeah.
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 That's fair.
When
'Cause that
everyone starts having symptoms, though.
Because that's a 21 after a fail. So
Well, yeah.
there's a give and take here.
That's
So-
that's fine.
Two
Okay.
of the 3 guys in there will have at least a sip of the soup, which means they'll get at least partial exposure. And then 9 more guards come walking in and start dishing up soup. And they're like, oh, beef stew, yeah! And they just start dishing up. And then soon enough, cauldron's empty. And when the guy takes the last one, two metal ladle clangs on the side of the cauldron. Hoyd from the longhouse. 2 guys go, all right, let's go. And they get up and they walk across the way. Guard longhouse is starting to empty out of those guys. And then a couple come back in with bowls of beef stew. Smells pretty good. Smells pretty tasty.
That's right. I'm the true chef.
Yeah. A chef of nightmares. I'm the poison chef. Well, that's been going on. A Lincoln Town car. Where you at? What's going on with you? You've cleaned up in the greenhouse. You got a couple minutes to work with.
Yeah, I just want to do a lap
Go get some
around
beef
the
stew.
strategy tent.
Okay. Do a lap around.
Yeah, I'm presuming there's only one entrance.
Yeah,
I'm
there's like a
curious
main flap into
if
the
it's
tent.
if it's guarded or like if there's pockets where it kind of lifts from anchor to anchor.
Is there a cute little
Yeah.
window?
All but that one are true. Okay. Because it is like a thick hide tent. It's like many animal hides staked into the like soft earth.
Is there an
So-
opening in the top?
No, they're not like fancy in there.
Okay.
But they do have the tent flap open so that they don't suffocate on all the smoke they're cooking from their fire in there. But they do have a big table with 2 like gas lanterns, and you can very easily see even from like almost to the gate. There's 2 guys outside that are kind of just sitting there shivering their little bones out. And then there are 6 figures that are dimly lit by those gas lantern lights. And they're all roughly the same height and roughly the same build. And they're all wearing identical armor, which seems to be kind of the shtick of how they run this.
But
little-
different from ours.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Well,
you
yeah,
would
you gotta
stand
differentiate
out if you
yourself.
walked in there.
Okay.
Your guys' armor
Oh,
is
there
like...
was 2 out front though, right?
Yeah.
And
2 guys
that-
out front
that are-
would look like you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
what I
be
was-
clear there.
Yes.
Everybody's got pretty uniform stuff. It's kind of like Stormtrooper-esque.
Yeah.
You gather that it's cheap and relatively effective, but more importantly, it's warm. And then the guys inside are wearing kind of what you're wearing, but dyed very differently. And they have a few extra like filigrees, and then they do appear to have like a shoulder cape each.
I'm gonna go up to the 2 up front.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either you getting soup.
No, I'm on shepherd's pie today.
Either you want to trade.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
really
I
want
hate
soup.
shepherd's pie.
I love shepherd's pie.
Oh, dude, trade.
Swapskis.
Yeah. High five, and the guy's like, yeah, enjoy your shepherd's pie. And he's like, I like shepherd's pie. Okay. You sub out with that guy?
Yeah.
Okay. And you just
Yeah.
stand at the ready.
I want to attempt to overhear as much as possible.
Okay.
If need be, I'll see if Hazmat can like poke a hole in the tent.
Just 2 little
Yeah.
eye holes.
Yeah, not eye hole.
Is that just 2 eyes?
He's like, right through like a painting that's just been hung on a tent wall for no reason.
Yeah.
It's a painting. It looks like an equestrian, but it looks like Dane's eyes.
Because I would think if it's near the front, there wouldn't be any additional noise from the interior because the front's open.
Yeah.
You're already getting all that whoosh.
Yeah.
But
There's
if-
a lot of like blizzard noise out here.
Yeah.
It's not like I
It-
should say blizzard, but there is snowfall.
If the
Yeah.
flap is like here, pretending.
Yeah.
I don't know if it comes out at all or whatever, but I'm saying to the side of it, and he can make one kind of over here.
Yeah.
That's on opposite side of the guard, so I
It's-
can like turn my head and have my ear
it's
up to
pinned like up and
respect
back
it.
on one side, and then it's kind of like flapping loosely.
it.
From
Okay.
wind.
Yeah, if he can just make like a pinhole so that if I turn my head, my ear's like up against it.
Let's get sneaky. About it from Haznet.
Sneak it real good.
Because your Haznet's proboscis is designed to penetrate all manner of hide.
Yeah.
It's just a question of like, is somebody going to see
All manner of
a
piney.
long proboscis shoot through the
Yeah.
wall of their tent?
Yeah.
I would be sus if somebody just goes. I'd be like, we're about to be assassinated by that little dart from Dune. Okay, so be stealthy,
Yeah.
bug,
Stealthy bug.
if you wouldn't mind. Hazmat stealth.
Come on. Haznet
Okay.
stealth.
I'm thinking of a new plan.
You
Okay.
trying to work your way around it?
A little bit.
Okay.
You don't
How
stealth?
is he?
Huh?
Is he terrible at stealth?
No, he's got mastery.
He's
in it.
alright.
Oh.
I'm just thinking I can do it
Poison
Yourself?
the hide.
with no
Stealth?
repercussion. If Hazmat were to fly in like a wild Riftkin, seeking heat out of the blizzard, and I were to be like, "Hey, no, shoo, get out of here," and be like, "Sorry about that," but on the way out, he did it. Like he went for the side, and I grabbed him, and he punched outward, and I pulled him in and shoot him out, then the hole would be made.
The only problem is how do you do that and choreograph it so it goes where you would stand?
Well, I'll just stand wherever it goes.
Okay.
Hasn't just goes trying to fly out of the tent, but he just keeps hitting it. He's poking holes. Stop!
Our tent's Swiss cheese.
No! We're all Swissed here.
I'm going to try that.
You going to try that?
Yeah, sounds more fun.
Okay. So we're going to turn that into
Mission.
trickery
Poke a hole.
Okay.
from either Lincoln or Hasnat. It's just who's going to do the heavy lifting on this.
Hasn't.
Okay.
He's got to sell the wild
Yeah.
Riftkin.
Just run in, pick one of them, and just jab him in the neck, suck
Yeah.
some blood, and then hit the tent wall. Run! And they're like, he stole my blood! Okay. Be tricksy about it. I believe in you.
What about the guard out there with you?
He'll just fly, like, I'm going to let him out,
Uh-huh.
and then he's just going to fly from, like, over the tent and go in.
And you're going to be like, hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or he'll bother me a little bit, and I'll be like, shoo, fly, don't bother me, and then he'll go in the tent.
For I belong to somebody.
The guard that's right next to you is like, I'm an entomologist. I thought they were only found in humid climes. Who are you?
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so you're sneakily letting Hasnat out.
Yes.
And then Hasnat's going to bother you and then fly into
in
the tent.
and then I'm going to grab him to get him out.
Okay.
He is going to lunge at the tent, and I will assist
Okay.
and like help push him through it to make a hole kind of where I stand.
Okay.
Pull him out, and then like apologize and carry him out.
So I want a trickery from Hasnat.
'Kay.
In a rare twist of fate. Your target number's 15.
Okay.
And then from Lincoln, I'm going to want an influence test. If you hit the 15, I want a 12.
Okay.
If you miss the 15, I want an 18.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to be a little
You can
more
do it.
transparent with target
do it.
numbers and see if that is a little more exciting if you know the stakes before you roll.
You can do it. You
Yeah.
can do it.
Trickery from Hazmat.
Yes, trickery from Hasnat 15.
No.
Yikes.
Anybody want to help you before you tell me what the roll is?
I can help. With trickery?
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
have trickery,
Go to my thing.
Hold on. I don't think it's.
because it might work with his bonuses.
I would
and
need
such.
a 4.
Okay.
Crazier things have happened.
Do you have mastering trickery?
I have mastering
Okay.
trickery.
I don't know if
I
I
give-
do.
I give you one.
It's that, or if you want to save them for the subsequent influence test that
Yeah,
you're gonna
it
have
might
to
be
bumble
more
through.
important. You do have mastering trickery.
Okay.
If you want to.
It's up to you guys. I won't tell you how to live your
I
lives,
get a
but
plus a D8.
Okay.
That's 50-50.
Yeah,
That's
it's
50-50.
You are statistically likely to get at least 4.5 on it.
Okay.
D8,
I only have
so.
a 6.
Can you do it?
I literally got a
Oh.
4.
Okay.
Shoot.
So you let Hasnat out.
So what'd you get?
15.
Oh, you.
What's
exactly.
what's your rift focus again, Lincoln? Did we ever establish it?
Let me see if I wrote. I did not write it on there. It's just
You take a syringe, you go, and then the little 2 tap comes out and it opens a hole in the floor. You come out, you don't know where he is.
It's a little corked test tube.
Okay. And then you see a proboscis and then like a wing and then like a bloated eye as he like fills out of the little beaker. Okay. So it's a bit of a rocky start at first, and Hoyd, I'll say when one of the guards is kind of like walking out to go across the way, you see a Hasnet starting to appear, and you're like, good luck. And it's just enough to like impossibly you just being like it works. It pushes him over the edge. Hasnat appears and kind of like bumps into you twice, and you're like, get out of here. And the other guard's like, oh shoot, man, and like grabs a club and starts to like run over to help you. And Hasnet kind of ducks him, flies into the tent, and without even thinking, you and your guard pal run in to grab him.
Okay.
Influence.
Okay.
12.
Help.
Is this bad?
Okay.
I already left.
Oh!
What'd you roll? A 1?
A 1. I'm so sorry.
I need a 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so this has to be an 8 or better.
Okay.
I'm so
It can be
sorry.
done.
You get a 60% chance.
12. Die.
Ooh, baby.
Just what
Okay.
you needed.
So, you manage to duck in with the other guard,
Yes.
which is a benefit for you.
helps.
Because it means he's helping you sell this.
Yeah.
As you chase the hazmat in, you sees all 6 guys in the darkness and turns immediately to leave. He ducks under a club swing as the guard is like, I'll get him, don't worry. And you kind of grab Hazmat by the ball body,
Yeah.
and you makes it look like he's wrangling away from you, and you
Yeah.
just poke a hole in the net,
Yeah.
get him, and then just kind of throw him out the tent flap.
Yeah.
And as you run back out to chase him with the tent flap, going, sorry, a crossbow bolt gets shot into the chest of the other guard that ran in there. Because they can't have anybody listening. One guard down. Your influence test was clutch. Because you weren't influencing those guys. It was kind of to get that dude to run in with you. So, Haznat escapes, and you escape persecution because you look like the other 23 remaining guards. But that guy, he don't look so good. He run into the secret tent. He don't feel so good no more. But you get out there. Haznat very quickly, just dives into a snowdrift. But none of the 6 exit the tent, presuming this was some sort of attempt on their lives. They just remain in there.
I mean, that's a good guess.
Yeah. I mean, they're right. So, it's not paranoia if you're right. So, yeah, that guy takes a crossbow bolt right to the chest.
Yikes.
And he starts gurgling and spurgling.
Should have just did the trickery.
Probably could have just
Didn't
done the
know
trickery.
that was going to happen.
But instead, you got a guard killed. But don't worry, I'm sure he
Your
didn't have a family.
sacrifice was not in vain, for
Yeah.
we will take over the racket.
You do catch a very distinct, very loud, very shrill whistle. And one of the guards from the longhouse stands up, starts making his way towards the strategy tent, drags the guard by the boots, and takes him to the Roseblood Garden. Holds the door open, drags him inside, shuts the door behind him.
Little offering.
It's the only way to get more Rosebloods.
I'm going to get Haznat back.
Yeah.
And see if I can
Back in your tube.
stand back outside.
Okay. Go stand back
Because
outside.
if they're not coming outside,
Yeah, they don't.
they won't know.
Yeah. But there is a proboscis diameter hole
Okay.
in the tent flap now. But because it's hide, it doesn't look that obvious at least from the outside. Because there's some little bits of fur and stuff. From the inside, though, you've got the skin layer. But they saw a bug fly into it.
They know the source of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, if they see Haznat again, and they see Haznat with you,
They'll know.
Yeah,
it's going to be sus.
that's guaranteed.
In the same way that all the guards that are currently eating beef stew start to get real sleepy, except for one. Well, 2. You're one of them, though.
Yeah.
This mathematics tells me that would be 10 guards remaining. Head back to the longhouse, yawning, kind of stretching, preparing for Betty bye-bye, or Telly
Okay.
bye-bye. So they head to the guard longhouse.
What's the guard that didn't?
He sees all of them kind of
What's he doing?
yawning. They got some sleepy eyes, but they're not immediately vomiting or collapsing under their own weight. So he's sus.
Right.
Because the 2 of you are the only ones that aren't oh man,
Well,
we had so much turkey and now I'm so sleepy.
Well,
A
I am
sleepy
gonna
guy.
be. I'm gonna be yawning.
Okay.
I'm gonna imitate the others.
Okay.
But is he just sitting in the?
No, he'll finish his bowl very cautiously
Okay.
and then just kind of cleans out his bowl as best he can, which is really they just kind of rub it in the snow. And then they
Great.
put it back
Great
in.
hygiene.
That's why you get the good bowl. The good bowl can be cleaned. The other bowls are bad bowls.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll clean up his bowl. He also goes to the longhouse because it is still just the end of the day.
Okay.
He's just like, man, these 10 guys really had a long day. Or someone poisoned the
The
stew.
water hole.
Yeah.
I am also. I'm going to Longhouse too, just like with everybody. But
Okay.
I'm watching him.
Yeah. He's kind of watching you.
Yeah.
But I will give you an opportunity as the group of 10 guards leaves in like clusters of 2 and 3 if you want to try to blend in
Yeah.
on the way out. Y'all look the same
Okay.
because nobody's walking out across here without like full face coverage. So you'd all look roughly the same heading across. If you want to do that, I'll give you trickery or stealth, whichever one you'd prefer, to just blend into a crowd.
I will do. I know I have trickery mastery. I'll do trickery because that's much better.
Okay.
Like to blend in. I'm gonna try to take them out.
You try to kill him?
Yeah. I might have to go because we're going to the Longhouse.
Yeah.
So I'll look for Hoyd too.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
These disguises are going to be maybe a double-edged sword for you. It's going to be very hard to identify one another.
I mean, I already know where.
Yeah, you know, you saw Lincoln only
Lincoln
because of the hazmat, but now
Yeah.
you're like, okay, Lincoln's at the tent.
Cause I'm actually getting ready to leave the Longhouse to see
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah, because, I mean, you could pretend to be in Shepherd's Pie squad.
23.
23? Yeah, you very easily just assimilate into the crowd.
Okay.
You're like, you pull a full-on Assassin's Creed where you just start walking with the monks and you just go, yes, hello. I know,
It's time for prayers, boys.
I just killed 11 men in broad daylight. Peace be with you. And the guard's like, where could he have gone? But yeah, that one guard kind of heads out of the longhouse after as if he was going to trail you. And then just sees like seven dudes just walking back. And he's like, huh. And he kind of trudges along. But he's lingering a little. He just takes a little bit longer, looks over at the strategy tent, sees Lincoln posted, and no other guard but a blood trail leading to the Roseblood Garden, and immediately just kind of like hurries his step and runs to the longhouse.
Oh.
Because he's like, people asking questions right now are probably getting murked. So
Okay. Cool. Maybe
So-
I don't have to.
yeah.
Do
So
anything.
as you're headed into the longhouse, Hoyd, you're in the longhouse. 10 sleepy boys come walking in the door.
I'm gonna stand up and go, must be second dinner time, and I'm gonna just walk out.
Okay. As you walk out, you almost bump into a guy who seems to be like kind of lingering his eyes over the blood trail that leads to the Roseblood Garden. And he goes, oh, sorry. So he like almost runs into you and then heads into the longhouse as you're walking out. Like 2 ships in the night. And there's just Lincoln out in the snow and nobody else.
I'm gonna nod at Lincoln, and I'm gonna walk over and pretend to also guard the tent.
Okay.
Like, you just assimilated into
Yeah.
guard
you just
duty.
become the tent guards.
And I'm going to say to Lincoln, I was in town earlier today, like loudly, so that the is it Varial or
The Varls.
Varls can hear it. And I heard about Sandor and these conspiracies, and this guy was convinced, very convinced, that he got eaten by spiders and wasn't following some sort of extraction plan that was built by some unknown team. Have you heard anything about it? I know you were out for a little bit too today, getting some supplies.
That's the first.
Imagine
that
it's
I've
not
heard.
Lincoln.
I'm talking as loud as I
Yeah.
can so that the Varials hear it.
No, that's a new one for me, but definitely seems possible.
Yeah, it sounded like he lost his nerve. He was the only one to die. But I don't know. I think he slipped away. I think he's out somewhere else, plotting.
Think he's still alive?
Yeah. But this guy at the saloon was very, very convincing. Like he knew.
Like
he was there.
Mm.
And then I'll just stand at post.
Yeah, there's a voice from within. We gotta figure out languages again. Dang it. Well, you guys are Sidron, so that makes it a little easier. Because as Sidrons, you would technically. Yeah, okay, we can make it easy then. You guys would hear, effectively. Go check it out. I want to know. And one of the Varl individuals walks out. For the purposes of this, so that I can keep my notes straight, I'll give you a slight hint. As Varl 2 of 6 comes out. What did you hear? What is this about spiders? You heard
Also,
something of Sandor's fate?
what I heard is the place that him and his buddies were holding up at was infested with some sort of spider. I don't know if it's a Riftkin of some sort or if it's an infestation of some sort. And they got trapped at the bottom of this tomb or building by this infestation. And this random team shows up to help them get out. Nobody knows what this team's name is. Nobody knows who they are. I couldn't get any information on it. But apparently, he lost his nerve going up the stairs and got eaten by spiders. Eaten alive. And there's nothing left of him. I don't know. Have you heard this?
Perhaps there is more to these rumors than we had given credit. Walk with me. You. Stay put.
Sir, yes, sir.
As Varl number 2 begins walking with you, Hoyd, he points at the blood trail and goes, "Do you see the accidents that happen when Riftkin are involved? They are a dangerous plague and they must be removed. I cannot stand them."
I don't know. I've had good experiences with them. Have you ever had a good one in your life?
The only good ones are dead or far away.
Do you think this spider-like thing is a Riftkin?
It must be, for I have never heard of a spider capable of consuming a man whole. Sandor was weak. He lacked ambition. I do not. How would you like to make some money?
I would love to make some money.
I'm looking to move up in this organization. But I need an extra set of hands. Steady hands. Can you do that? Can you provide a set of steady hands?
I got one good hand, and it's very steady.
How are your skills with a blade?
I prefer daggers, but I'm proficient in multiple weapons. I was trained by a great swordsman.
Very well. Sandor was trying to cut a deal with Varl Carthalion. And we decided that it would be in our best interests to take this deal. But with him dead or gone, our interests have shifted. And some of us disagree on this restructuring. You will find the Varl who is not as they seem, and you will slip a blade between their ribs. and then you will escape. Should you do this, there will be 1,500 gold pieces in a bag on the southeast corner of camp.
And how
Grab
will, I,
that bag and you leave.
how will I know the Varl? Which Varl to kill?
With your steady hand, observe the one who does not fit the visage we all put on.
You've got yourself a deal.
After second mealtime, report to the strategy tent that someone has been seen outside the gate. That will be our signal. We need to get back.
Signal that you did it, or signal that...
That was the
That's
time
the time to
go stabby stabby.
Yes.
Gotcha.
While they're gone, Lincoln,
Yeah.
Varl number 4
Uh-huh.
comes to the tent flap.
I swear to God. I'm going to offer you
1,501.
I'm not even kidding.
an offer you can't refuse.
Varl number 4. You there.
Yeah.
You showed great mettle in removing the vile insect that flew into our tent. And you were quite swift at escaping. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do this without laughing. How would you like to make some money?
Love to make some extra money.
Walk with me.
Just a squirrel out here trying to get a nut.
Yeah. This is Varl number 4 of 6, will place a hand on your shoulder and kind of walk you not too far away from the tent because you can't leave it fully unguarded.
Yeah.
He goes, I have been made aware of a plot to usurp the Varls. Some of us have been talking, but you show good reflexes and a strong intuition, and you did not linger to hear anything you shouldn't have. That makes you an asset to me. I want you to help me remove one of our Varl companions.
The head Varl.
No.
Okay.
No. One of our Varls has a vice for liquor.
No.
You will find him standing nearest the wine cart within our tent. Should another Riftkin make its way into our tent in the next few hours, I would like you to slip a dagger between their ribs. I keep a dagger in my boot. When you get inside, I will slip it to you. And you will make sure that he is dead before the Riftkin exits the tent.
Okay.
Will you do this for me? There is a sizable amount of coin in it for you if you do.
How do I know I won't be a loose end afterwards?
Because you will never see me again. There will be 1,500 gold on the northwestern corner.
Every corner.
Buried in a stone.
I say we just get the money and
Check
leave.
all the corners.
Yes. You will lay low and return a few hours later, find your money, discard your gear, and retire somewhere warmer than this. Will you do this?
Yeah, I'll do this.
Excellent. We should get back. Can't be gone for too long. As both groups of 2 return back, and they go, Varl. And they each look at you as if to be like, And then they slip back into the tent.
Listen, Varl. This guard has been hired to kill me. If you
Yes.
dispose, I will put 1,500 gold.
In the southwest corner of the camp.
Take my dagger.
Imagine you're one of the Varls and you go to hide the money and you find another bag and you're like, something's foul in Denmark. I don't feel good about my odds anymore.
Damn it, Varl number 5 beat me to it.
Shapizo
Yes.
in the guard longhouse.
Yeah.
A Varl
Several
Varl number
sleepy
1.
guards. Several sleepy guards start to bed down.
Okay.
A few of the guards elect to bring their portions of food back into the longhouse for shepherd's pie. And the 2 chefs will return. And the 2 chefs are in good health. And not particularly sleepy. Which gives you 2 individuals to emulate. As the suspicious guard walks up to you. Listen, I saw someone sneak something into the beef stew.
What?
Yeah, I think somebody in here may be planning something.
Okay.
We need to tell the Varls.
All right.
But I'm kind of scared to talk to them.
I mean, me too.
So if we go together,
Have each other's backs?
yeah, and just if things get hazy in there, we just make a run for it.
Okay.
You ready? Or do you need to work up to it?
Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm just nervous. It's
That's
the
the-
Varls.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen anyone do. Let's do this.
Okay.
the 2 of you exit the guard longhouse, heading up towards the strategy tent. And he goes, "I'm so glad I never get tent duty." As he sees the 2 of you outside.
And
just
then the blood trail.
just outside.
You guys are back outside, right?
Yeah.
Holding guard.
Yeah.
Can I hand signal?
You don't even know it's us yet.
That is true.
The only
true.
way you might know it's us is if you look at a hand.
One of the gloves is super sus. It's like,
Looks
Yeah.
kind of ghastly.
Hoyd. Inside, there's a Varl.
Oh my
I need
god.
him to be killed.
Okay.
this is why that's why it's not as easy as it sounds. You guys are like, okay, we just find the normal one. No, they all want each other dead, but they can't do it themselves. So as the
Shit,
2
shit.
of you are walking up,
Okay.
you 2 stationed outside. You don't have orders to not let anyone in, but who knows? The last guy that walked in there got shot. So
I don't think I would know protocol to stop it. If someone was walking up with intention, there was enough confidence in those steps.
yeah.
I don't think I would.
How confident does
Stop them.
Shapizo walk
we don't,
right now?
We don't know if that's Shapizo either.
Yeah. Are you walking tall and confident? You ready to go in there? Ready to slay?
Okay, I'm gonna hesitate again, right after we get out of the longhouse. Be like, I'm nervous about this.
Well, yeah, me too. That's why we're going.
Yeah.
I got your back. You got mine.
Okay.
Look, I'm just saying. They added something to the beef stew.
Yeah, that's.
And then they added a bunch of other stuff, and it was really sus.
That-
They weren't on chef duty. They're not supposed to mess with the food.
Yeah. That's for sure, sus.
We gotta tell them. There's nothing else we can do.
Okay.
All right, let's do
Okay,
this.
wait. Let's pump each other up. Let's
do
pump
this.
each other
All
up.
right. We can do this. Let's go. Okay.
Wait.
What?
What if this is a Varl thing, dispute?
What do you mean?
What if they know about it, or one of them does?
Well, I mean, we still need to report it. It's suspicious
but-
activity.
But then we put targets on our back.
Well, if we both did it, why would we report ourselves?
No, I'm saying if there's a Varl that knows, and they did this, and we go in there and we
Well,
report
then-
to the other Varls,
well,
that
then-
Varl.
But then we got
will take
5
us out.
Varls against that one Varl. I like our odds. Look, I don't like it, but we got to follow the protocol. We got to. And then he goes, "Evening, fellas. We have something very important to report to the Varls. So we'll just be
Yeah,
heading in there
yeah.
real quick.
It better be good.
I sure hope so."
Fine by
It's-
me.
This is pressing.
Last guy took a crossbow to the
He will, he'll and he's like, "Wait,
What'd you
what?"
say?
As he's
What'd you
stepping in. As the two of you step in, he like snaps his heels together at attention and kind of like does a quick salute.
There's no place like home.
He goes, "Excuse me, your Varls, but we witnessed something in the mess hall that we believe should be brought to your attention. Someone added something to the beef stew, and I believe it may be some sort of poison." And one of the Varls perks up. "Let us discuss this. Let's walk and talk." And they'll exit out.
Damn it.
As they usher both of you back outside, and they go, "You two, stay on alert. Something foul is going on here." And they'll walk with both of you, and they take you behind the roseblood greenhouse. He goes, "Are you sure it was poison?"
I mean, that seems like the most likely thing.
How many guards may have been exposed?" Guy goes, at
half,
least
right?
10.
Yeah.
At least 10.
Yeah.
Because you're on shepherd's pie duty for sure.
Yeah.
So you're fine. And I
I
got
had a pie.
my serving before they put anything in. So
He lucked out.
we're the only two we can trust.
Yeah.
And Varl goes, "I always knew someone would try to poison us. We may be able to twist this to our advantage. How would the two of you like to make a lot of money?"
Yeah. Right? And I nudged
He
the.
goes, "Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Uh-huh." He goes, "I believe that one of the Varls is attempting to assassinate someone.
You think they did the poison?
I wouldn't put it past them. We all have our preferred methods. Theirs are far more nefarious than ours. I want you to take one of these rosebloods and release it into the tent. The Varl that is the most afraid of this, you must slip a dagger between his ribs before the roseblood is done screaming. If you do this, it will be 1,500 gold in a bag.
I'm not laughing at this
And
character.
you can, for the two of you to split as you see fit. As long as that Varl is gone before the roseblood is done screaming, I'll make sure you get out of there."
How do we know when to bring the roseblood in?
As soon as you can get one safely to the tent.
Okay.
As I understand, they're very temperamental, but one of the guards, presuming they didn't drink this poison stew, may be able to help you get a roseblood into the tent. And tell the guards out front that Varl wants this brought personally.
Okay. I can do that.
Fail me at your peril. And he'll be like, "We should get back." He'll head back in.
This is pretty sweet. This turned out in our favor.
Yeah, really, this kind of worked out. I didn't realize their infighting was going to benefit us so monetarily. This is kind of awesome. The two of you outside, because you poked a hole in the tent and I told you could listen. Make an awareness test.
Okay.
Add an additional 3, because you poked a hole in the tent. So you lay more sound out.
Do I get the additional 3 or is it just him?
Just for him,
Okay.
because he's got the hole in the tent.
You got the whole.
I got a 17.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Okay. Both pretty good. From within, you'll hear, for the record, Varl 3 took those two to the side.
Okay, so it was 2,
No,
Two.
2,
5,
Two,
4.
2, 5,
4.
4.
2, 4,
2,
Three.
4,
3.
3.
Okay.
2, 4, 3.
Okay.
I know it's
Two.
what a tangled web of Varls we're weaving together, because they
4.
all want you to do something, and they
And then
all
3.
have different cues that they want you to follow. So, from outside the tent, I'll say the 2 Varls that you've spent a distinct amount of time with, for each of you, you would be able to distinguish their voice ever so slightly from the others. But there is one Varl whose voice is very clearly an act, where they don't necessarily share the same intonation as the other Varls. And they seem to take charge on a lot of issues. Take from that what you will. But as you're listening from the outside, they are discussing the disappearance of Sandor and what it means for their deal, as they were going to have a vast network of couriers and spies at their beck and call. But with the disappearance of Sandor, that deal has fallen through until such a time as they can get another politician under their thumb, which this more imposing but slightly less threatening Varl seems quite confident can be accomplished in a few short weeks. But as Varl number 3 returns,
Yeah,
with
while
2 guards.
while they were out,
Yes.
Hoyt and I will have a conversation again.
Yeah.
Out loud,
Yeah.
since they love
Get it.
eavesdropping.
Yeah, get another Varl out here.
Yeah, spill the tea.
Just get all 6 of them to kill each
Listen,
other. It'd be
It'll
like,
be
we were supposed to
1,500 gold 6 miles outside of this camp for you. Kill him.
I put 1,500 gold in the beef stew. Take an extra serving, and when you hear a ka-chunk, you've dug deep enough.
Did you eat any of the beef stew?
I haven't, but I've heard from what the people just said that people were getting a little loopy, a little maybe sick.
Yeah, I didn't have any either. I personally prefer the shepherd's pie.
I do too.
Yeah, but I did see the chef conversing outside the cafeteria. Did you catch that too?
No, what'd you see?
They were talking with in stage whispers here. Like, I'm pretending to be quiet, but saying it loud enough that they can hear. It was one of the Varls. They were talking with him, and I heard him talk about a bag of money in the corner of the camp. And the guard said, yes, Sir Carthalion, and took it. So I thought it was just orders, but it seems like there was more to it. And then when I finish that sentence, I want to look in the hole with my eye to see if any of them like all turn to look at one. Varl.
Okay. So let me do
Like
intuition.
3 mean mug, the one in the corner.
Yeah, so do intuition, because they're all masked, similar
Yes.
to you guys.
Yeah.
But there are always tells.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Am I doing an intuition as well, or is it just Joel?
to look through the whole.
Oh, it's just Joel.
yeah. We just link in. You can help him, but how'd you do?
Intuition?
Yeah.
18.
Okay. The 2 Varls that you've talked to are immediately nervous because they just talked to you
Yeah.
about a
Bags
plot
of money.
and bags of money
Yeah.
and immediately get kind of shifty, and there's like a very nervous tapping. And one of the Varls in that moment just kind of shrugs a little as though this happens all the time, and then reaches for a bottle of wine. Pours himself a glass.
That's what I'm supposed to take out for my bag of money.
Oh, yeah.
Whether or not that's the lead one. No, it's not, because I insinuated that. And he went, no, heavens no.
So,
Yeah.
This is the drunk one.
extra little bit of hint there. 2 that you've talked to, acting very nervous at the mention of Carthalion.
Yeah.
1 acting a little more nonchalant,
Yeah.
but perhaps having a tell in that they're a bit nervous, they reach for
Right.
some wine.
Yeah.
A 4th is not in the room,
Yep.
which leaves you with 2 Varls that it could be.
Okay.
Or at least 2 that had minimal reaction to this. So either they're used to plots such as this, or they didn't hear you, or they just have a better poker face.
50-50.
Yeah. But Varl 3 returns with you 2 guards, and says, "The 2 of you did not consume the beef stew, correct?"
I'm a shepherd pie person.
Same.
Excellent. Watch yourselves around for food. Someone in the camp is up to something. Do not fail us. And they'll usher back in, and the other guard's like, well, I guess I should go check on the gardener. See how they're holding up. Make sure they need the beef stew.
Okay. Sure.
You coming?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Okay. As you were.
Can I try to see if I can at least find Hoyd?
I mean, I'll leave it up to you guys. You can kind of retcon.
Like a tell.
I know you guys have done like signals.
I mean,
with
I
each
feel like
other.
you would have. I feel like you
You
would
can have
have
a
gotten
tell.
our. I feel like you would have gotten our voice at this point.
Yeah. Or you guys could say
Or,
something.
like-
be
I mean, unless
okay.
we're like changing it, but it's still.
I mean, it's fairly simple to probably find a guy that's got a ghastly arm when
Yeah.
he wants it to be shown.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, because I feel like if anyone.
Because you could hide it
'Cause we're
behind
all
a buckler
bundled up.
shield,
Yeah.
but if you were like, how?
Or I guess that's why I was saying, like, could I do a hand signal like before we went into camp? It's kind of like without having to say anything.
It's up to you guys.
I'd rather,
I mean, it
be
makes
like-
sense if you're silent assassins to be like,
Yeah, just at the side,
you're just playing
Yeah,
cat's
so almost
cradle,
it
and you're
al-
like,
It almost looks like, yeah, I'm just kind of fidgeting,
okay.
but really, I'm like,
Doing the Benny
signing,
Gesserit, like, we are
signing.
in danger, my lord.
yeah. So I'll just signal like it's me. The soup. Well,
Soup worked.
he doesn't know. He does know, but I'm gonna work with him. A Varl has hired us
I'll
to murder.
I'll try to hide my laughter.
Just a big smirk.
Yeah.
Under the mask and stuff.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And then I'm just gonna follow the other guard to the.
Okay.
To the
As you're walking past, give me an awareness test, Shapiso.
Okay.
As you're kind of walking past this tent flap again. As you're
Uh,
leaving. Because you'll see the guy that you were talking to just kind of move back into place.
Yeah.
And anytime any of them have left, they kind of like shuffle and shift where they've been standing. So it's kind of like a moving cup game.
Okay.
But again, they all sort of have their tells as you've interacted with them.
What? Sorry. You want awareness?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you're walking by the tent flap.
14.
Okay. As he walks back in, the one with a glass of wine offers to pour him some wine. He very quickly refuses.
Okay.
But otherwise, head back towards the Roseblood greenhouse. And as the 2 of you head in, the guy goes, I don't really like these things. But, I mean, how hard can it be, right? We just gotta, like, just like cover its little mouth. Do they bite?
I don't think they bite.
Okay, good. It'd be kind of gross.
Gonna get his hand
Where's
bitten
the
off.
Where's the
Kinda
gardener?
Gross.
I think he's inside. I hope. Maybe he can help us.
Yeah, let's go talk to the gardener.
Okay. So you guys open up the greenhouse. There's a gas lantern that is lit in here, and it's keeping most of the rosebloods pretty chill, but they're all out of their containment, and they're all standing around the body of the guard that's got a crossbow bolt, and they have their long fingies
Yeah.
just supping from the gaping wound, and they seem to be widening it and drinking of the blood. And the gardener's in there trying not to look at it,
Right.
and he just goes, what's up, guys? He goes, we were asked by the Varls to inspect these rosebloods. One of them has requested a roseblood. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So-
my associate here is going to be taking one of these for inspection to the Varl.
Do we need to let him finish here, or I'm talking to the gardener?
He's like, well, they'll be a little grumpy if you interrupt the feeding, but I mean, I guess you could just take some flesh with you and let it keep eating. That would keep it pretty calm. They don't like the cold much, so you'd have to hold them pretty close to yourself. It'd be much easier for the Varl to just come here.
No, these were strict orders.
Well, the Varls want what they want. Well,
Can I just wait a few minutes? I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you-
Take some
I mean,
body
Just
with
Varl
me,
things.
yeah, they're busy, so I mean, they're just munching.
right? Dude, I don't know.
And one of the rosebloods turns around and just has these like vacant eyes, and it seems to just be really enjoying suckling blood with its fingertips. Just yeah, as long as you don't jostle them too much on the way over. Once they've had their fill, they're much more
That's it. We can just
congenial. But
we can just take it then.
yeah.
Just hold it. Bring it
Yeah,
over.
hold
it'll be
it.
fine?
Hold it pretty close to you if you're going to be walking any amount of distance in this cold.
Okay.
They don't produce their own warmth, so you'll have to be quick.
Okay.
But-
Let's wait. I'm gonna turn to the guard. Let's wait till they're done. I just gotta step outside for a second because this is
Okay. He's like, I'll wait in here. I'll come get you when they're ready.
okay. And I'm just gonna make a gag noise, like pretend I'm really freaked out, and then I'm gonna step out.
Okay. The two of you see those two guards come in and then one come out, and you know one of them was Shapiso.
I'm going to. Can they can see me,
Yeah. I mean, it's
right?
you're like mildly obscured by the snow and the darkness, but
So I'm gonna
you're
walk
visible. You're a shape that's visible.
to like the halfway point here,
Okay.
between the strategy tent and this tent. I'm gonna make like retching noises to like really sell it,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna turn to them and like just say it's me, like Shapiso, so you know, like sign it again.
Who are you?
Oh, is that spelled with a T or an S?
And then then I'll just walk over after I make a big scene of like vomiting.
You're like, I'm finna make $3,000 tonight. You gotta
Just so they
die.
know it's coming.
We don't need you anymore.
Although I suppose the flap's open. We can't
Yeah.
really discuss
Flap is open,
anything.
and they do appear to be very much listening to anything that's going on
Yeah,
inside.
yeah.
100%.
Okay. Info? From what you guys have seen?
I'm just waiting for shepherd's pie. I'm hungry.
Seems like things are afoot.
Okay.
As I shoo you away, I'm still looking in the little peephole.
Okay. I'm just gonna, there's nothing, I'm gonna come back around this way.
Okay.
And there's just, it's chill, nothing in that corner.
Yeah, nobody really wants to be outside
No
right now.
sacks of coin.
Yeah, no sacks of coins.
If you were, I'll save you the time. If you were to go look for money now, it won't be there yet.
Okay.
They're saying, like, if you pull this off,
Yeah.
I will put a bag of money.
Yeah,
there,
we're
come
just
get it
thinking
later.
from last
Gotcha.
night's jobs that they did.
Yeah, the
'Cause
last
this
one.
seems like a
the,
recurring.
The Varls are just a revolving door.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
longest lived one is like 16 hours.
Yeah. You never know.
You know, I heard the last Varl lasted
a whole
12
day.
hours.
One whole
He
day.
lasted one whole day, and he was afraid of marionettes. And they're like, what?
Okay. And then I'm gonna just wait outside the.
Okay. You're going to laugh at me again, because one of the Varls is going to step out.
Oh my god.
He's got a little bit of a stagger to him.
Jesus Christ.
He goes, keeping a good watch out here?
The best, sir.
You okay? You eat the stew?
Nope.
No. Wait, what are you talking to me?
Yeah, because you're
I'm
the
at the
one.
garden center.
You were throwing up.
Oh
Did you eat the stew?
no.
It's just something else.
Yeah. The rose bloods are.
Yeah, those things are kind of gross. You know, one of us is like really scared of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go piss behind the greenhouse. See you later. He seems a little more relaxed. And if you were to look inside, you would see an unattended glass of wine.
It's the sinner.
Yeah, he's the sinning Varl. Sin variant.
I mean, I feel like that's a prerequisite.
He's the
to be a Varl,
debaucheral
but-
variant. But he'll walk around the back of the greenhouse, and you hear him kind of like humming to himself. Just saying.
It would
back
be a
there.
prime opportunity
It would-
to fulfill my
He's
contract.
like, man, I hope somebody comes back here and murks me.
Yeah.
Hope I don't die while
I
I'm
mean,
taking a
They
considering
have
all the
masks?
hubbub that's going
like
on.
full on masks.
Yes.
Reveal yourself.
Mm.
If you remember your mission.
Is to just kill the main one.
Yeah, but if you can get in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, so I'm going to go back there,
Okay.
and I'm going to administer a sleepy potion.
Are you going to use one of the knockout darts?
Yes.
Okay. So it does require an attack roll of some kind.
Okay.
However, he's taking a drunk piss.
Yep.
So I'm going to give you +3. Seems reasonable to me.
Okay.
So Godspeed.
Can I? I'm just gonna like go
You
on the
guys
other side.
you're gonna gank him?
Yeah.
A piss gank?
All right. That sounds.
What
You guys are jungling.
What's
That
my
sounds like it's
what's my
something
ability
else.
on the blowgun? Which one
so
does it pull
if
from?
you use the blowgun,
Yeah.
it operates on your cunning.
Okay.
And because it has the piercing property,
Mhm.
his armor class is 10.
Okay.
Because his armor will not apply if you just.
I'm just there to make sure if this goes awry.
It's
So you
good
have
thing
a-
you're here.
So you have a +3.
Natural one.
Okay.
Okay, but you have a +3.
Okay.
With your bonus, what do you get? Is this below 10 still?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
All right.
6.
So I'll be kind as Shapizo's walking around the far side. A dart whizzes past your nose, but does not hit you. But given the nature of the blowgun out in a blizzard,
Yeah. I can't just like take a dart and do it.
you could, but it would be the same
I'm.
deal because it's still a dart.
Gotcha.
Into
Oh, to
the
do an
throat.
attack.
You still have to make an attack and hit him. If you hit him, he'll get knocked out. But you have to
Okay.
hit him.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's easier with the darts, but one dose is expended. You have 2 more from that first dose. I know that's a little weird way to say
Maybe
that.
I'll just
but-
try.
Okay.
I'll pick up the dart.
So that I'll spare you the time. You're in a blizzard. That dart's
Okay.
gone.
All right.
It's gonna
All right,
a
never mind.
dart this long is just gonna sink into the snow.
Jeez.
But you just need a 10.
10.
You just
What is
need a
it?
10.
It's a 6 plus a 3 plus a 2.
So
11.
you get an 11. Okay. So while he's over there relieving himself, a dart sinks into his jugular.
This close.
I thought what
You
you were
like-
gonna do is
you
be
go,
like,
"Turn around."
"Can I help you, Varl, sir?" And like,
You-
because
you
he's
go-
drunk.
You
Yeah.
turn around, look at me. So,
And then you just.
I don't
Uh,
want to kill him.
I know,
courtesy
but
of the
stab with the
knockout dart,
Hmm.
he for the next hour is paralyzed and incapacitated
Okay.
and unconscious. In case
Okay.
that's not obvious. So he will just immediately collapse into the snow.
I am going to do a clothes swap
Okay.
and ask Shapiso to assist him getting to the longhouse.
Okay.
Okay. So, that's actually that's really good. So you as a Varl walk back.
A drunk Varl.
Yep. And then
Yes.
you tell Shapiso to take a guard back, which looks like you're telling one of the guards outside the tent to take the one that's been throwing up away.
Yes, sir.
That's genius. It's really good. So you walk back in, and as you go to take your place, all of the Varls kind of start to shuffle around.
Like King's Cup or Queen's Cup?
Kinda, yeah. They just move.
Okay.
Don't reveal yourself. Well, I guess you're drunk, so if
Yeah,
you make a
Doesn't
mistake,
matter. I
So
just
if
chill
you-
by the wine cart.
Yeah.
you're like, I'm not playing your games.
Yes. So you're chilling by the wine cart. You have taken the position of one of the Varls that you've been tasked to kill. It's a dangerous world out here for the Varls.
But it's the one that I was tasked to kill,
Yes.
so I'm not going to kill myself.
yes.
Unless. I was just kidding.
Yeah.
Let's roll on that.
So here's where we're gonna add a complication. You get in,
Okay.
Hoyd, while Shapiso is taking the actual Varl to a longhouse. The guard opens the greenhouse. It doesn't see Shapiso. Heads back in and then grabs a roseblood and starts walking towards the tent. And he's just like, the Varl told me it's high importance. I had to bring this into the tent. I have Varl's permission.
Fine by me.
He will enter with the
That little biatch
roseblood.
trying to get that money without me.
Varl number 2 takes an immediate half step back. There's a twinge of fear in their step. Advisor 3 and 4.
I'm 4.
No, you were 2.
You are Varl.
3.
You're Varl 5
5.
currently.
Oh, okay.
The one that you've taken the place of.
I thought that was
Is the
2.
one that was sipping. Well,
It's 5 now.
Okay, it's
So
5
no,
now.
no,
I'm
no.
supposed to kill, I think, Varl. No,
So
I don't
No,
know. if Varl's
4.
supposed to
You-
kill.
So let me.
I'm supposed to kill 2.
Yes.
Yeah, so
You're
you're
meant-
2.
No. You are Varl 5.
2 is the one that
2
solicited
is the one.
my help.
Yes.
Okay, so
2
you're
solicited
5.
me, and
So
4
here's-
solicited you.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay, so
Hold on. Let me go back
Oh
because
my
I wrote
God.
it down in here and I thought I could do it. Okay. Hold on. So
equals Varl 5.
so Varl 2.
Does your Varl have a beard?
Varl.
Is your
Okay.
Varl drunk?
So Varl 2 was the first one to come out and says, "You want to make a quick buck?
Yes. Yeah.
I need you to kill the one that doesn't look like they belong here."
Yes. Use your steady hand.
Varl number 4 came out to you.
Said
and
kill the drunk one.
I need you to kill the drunk one.
Yeah.
Varl number 5, the drunk one,
Yes.
has been incapacitated,
Correct.
and you have taken their place. Varl number 3
Is the one that proposition.
is the one that grabbed both of you and said, "Bring
Yes.
this in," so that that's clear.
Yes.
We know nothing of Varls 1 and 6.
Correct.
'Kay.
But the one that I
But
am,
Varl 2 takes a half step back as soon as a Riftkin enters the tent.
and that's the one that you guys were propositioned to kill.
No. Yes. Yes. The one that's afraid. They
Yes.
said you'll know immediately.
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
And I know that the one that I am impostoring is not the main one.
now
Because otherwise, I'd garner more respect.
in the exact millisecond that the roseblood enters the tent, the guard that is carrying it, not knowing how to set it off, just kind of starts shaking it.
Oh no.
And the poor little dude immediately begins screaming. So, the Varls within, which now includes the Lincoln Varl, which could be a car, if you think about it
It's
for
true.
a half second.
That sounds like a car.
Probably is.
Now it has very recently supped of blood,
Ugh.
meaning it has temporary hit points in this moment. it is going to disgorge and scream. So, all of the creatures within 5 feet of it, which include only the guard holding it, as he's shaking it, it bursts the top of its flower, coating him in an awful caustic goo. And as he's screaming and flailing it around, it's screaming. This is the signal for a knife blade to be sunk through several of the Varl's ribs.
Yeah, they all like that
But in the chaos of it,
method.
Hoyd, would you like to do anything? As you're currently on the outside.
Somebody is at the gates.
That's so as Varl 2 in his fear kind of stumbles and trips. Varl number 4, standing nearest to you at the current moment, reaches down towards their boot to pull a dagger. Varl number 3 sees poison being sprayed all about and begins to panic. As Varl number 6, in a cool, calm, and collected manner, simply takes out a blade and cuts a hole in the back of the tent and starts to slip out. Varl number 1 goes to take a step and stumbles out of one of their boots. You can see it's been stuffed with like soft bedding and like newspapers to make them look taller. So they start to kind of scatter. Shapiso, you've dropped off the other Varl and you're coming back out. You hear the screams and you start running back. Blades and poison are being drawn. One of the Varls is slipping out the back. A signal's been given that someone's at the gates. And you see one Varl with one shoe kind of flip the strategy table up and kind of just dart past the Roseblood wielding guard, who kind of stumbles for a moment as a dagger is being thrust toward Varl number 2 and it plants itself in the chest of the guard holding the Roseblood. He's having the worst day, and now he's dead. The Roseblood stops screaming and begins sucking upon his flesh, for more blood has been spilled. Varl number 6 is exiting the back of the tent. Varl number 1 is exiting the front as Shapiso and Hoyd are standing at the entrance to this tent. You've been told to look for the Varl who looks like they don't belong, for they are the true Varl Carthalion. They have one stuffed shoe. Who's to say anything else might not be fake? Are we doing anything?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. He's like running. He's like running out of the
running,
front.
like he looks like he's ready to just like start throwing hands
Okay,
to just get out of the tent.
Can I trip him?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna trip him.
Okay, let's make some sort of attack roll
Okay.
to try to hit him. It won't do damage, but you'll trip him,
Yeah.
which is pretty good. Get at it.
With just an attack roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
an attack roll of any kind will do.
Okay.
The Varls currently all have an armor class of 15. Unless you're using something with piercing, then they have 10.
Is that dagger?
Dagger, blowgun, the usual suspects.
Okay.
Godspeed.
Okay. Nope.
Okay, what kind of weapon are you using?
6. I was just gonna try to.
Or are you just using like a leg?
Yeah.
You're just gonna like trip him
Yeah.
with like a leg.
Yes.
Okay. How'd you do?
What am I adding to that? Might?
Any kind of whatever you would use for your attacks, we'll say.
I
He
think
rolled
that.
very well.
Okay, so it's not happening. 'Cause
Okay.
I poured-
Because he's gonna make it.
6.
He gets to do agility against that to not be tripped.
Yeah.
And that's a crit.
Okay.
Despite no bonus to his agility,
Um,
he leaps when he lands. One of his pauldrons kind of shudders a little bit, and like some paper falls out as though he's been kind of stuffing the armor.
I'm gonna start.
This Varl's trying to look like all the others, but isn't quite as built.
Okay.
So,
I'm.
as things are kind of sloughing off their armor a little bit, the disguise is not holding up to scrutiny.
Okay.
you go to trip them and they jump over it.
Okay. I'm gonna take out my dagger. Can I throw it at him?
Yeah. So a throwing dagger attack. Hoy, do you want to try anything?
If her dagger attack lands, I will do something. If it doesn't land, I'll also do something. So
Okay.
after her
So you're
dagger
gonna try to
attack.
like react.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're
It's gonna
ready
be
to
a
move.
reaction. Yeah.
Yeah. Lincoln, do you want to take any actions from within the tent? As someone knocks over one of the gas lanterns and it begins to spark a fire, Varl number 1, terrified, runs even faster.
That's the one that's where.
That's the one that's kind of like barreling out.
Okay.
So I missed that, but
Is that the one that's like the
one that's like
doesn't belong?
stuffed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stuffed.
The stuffed Varl is the one that's
Okay.
like running real fast.
And
The
then-
only unaccounted for one right now is Varl 6, who very quickly just cut a hole in the back of the tent,
and
dipped
pieced
out into the snow.
Okay. That's not bad. 15.
15, especially with a dagger, will hit. So
Okay.
yeah, you throw a dagger and kind of sticks in the back. But you notice it sinks in. It's almost like attacking a scarecrow or something. It goes in and like a bunch of straw kind of pulls out, and then you see
the
some blood
hell?
beneath.
Oh.
I'm getting across. This person is much smaller than the other Varls.
Yeah.
So they're taking anything on hand to appear larger and thus blend in.
We're like murdering a child.
It's not a child. It's okay. Devin's not here, so we don't shoot children. Sorry, Devin. I can't let you live it down.
Does he react when he gets stabbed?
Give me some damage.
Oh,
also
okay,
as well, because
okay.
you are at this point you are
What do
just
I-
trying to kill this person.
While this is going down,
What is the dagger damage?
D4 plus your
D4.
cunning.
D4 plus my cunning.
Yes.
Okay.
So Hoyt, the dagger has hit.
Can you give me that?
Play where it lies.
which one?
Huh?
There's a couple down there.
I think perhaps a certain small child has been in here throwing dice on the
Oh,
floor.
I don't think so.
I also drop dice all the time in here.
So, 7.
7?
Yes.
Okay, it's a good start. They are now leaving a blood trail in the snow.
Okay, and
as
I'm
they're
just
running.
booking after him.
Okay, so I'll say because you tripped and threw a dagger, I'll say the fast property of the dagger is beyond you for this current moment.
Okay. That's
Um,
fair.
Hoyd, what are we doing, bud?
I'm gonna attempt to, I guess, throw a dagger,
Okay.
but again at him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as well as grab him if I can get in arm's range. If it slows him down, I want to grab him.
Okay.
So
I will throw out for you. You are, by nature of having a 30-foot move speed, you are faster than this person.
okay,
Because they're kind of, it's like running in platform shoes. It's gonna wear on you. So you can make 2 dagger attacks if you throw, because they're fast. So you can, and the dagger AC is effectively 10. So Godspeed.
Do
You wanna
it,
throw-
Hoy,
if you want to throw
come
2,
on.
you don't have to throw 2, but you could.
I got an 11 on the first throw plus 5, so 16.
Okay, and then the second one's a straight roll.
It's 14 on the second.
So both hit.
both hit
So it would be 2d4,
plus,
and then add your modifier 1 time, because the second
Okay.
dagger throw is
Only
just
gets
straight
the
roll
one.
both times.
8 on the first one,
So it's a 15 damage.
and then
total.
another 2 damage.
You guys are.
And then,
this
I want
person.
to start booking it towards him to
Yeah.
just grab him to stop
Yeah.
him.
So with 3 daggers in their back,
And both
they're
of
starting
us-
to slow down very quickly. A lot of blood's pooling out. You are able to catch up to them.
Okay. Am I far behind?
No, not at all.
Okay.
You guys are. They have a slower movement speed than you.
Okay.
By
And
virtue of the
I'm
costume.
guessing
they
he's
are.
somewhere around here.
Yeah, they didn't make it very far.
I want
Okay.
to take him. I want to grab him and pull him over to the side here.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
I'm going to, well,
You can assist me with it if you want.
I'm going to, yeah, but I thought we should
wanna
take
ask
him to
some
the
questions.
Rosebloods.
I want to ask him some questions.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I want to take down Varl 6.
So,
Take down Varl 6.
Yeah,
the
I'm
guy
not gonna
slipped
kill
out
I'll
the
help you
back.
bring him
Yeah,
over there.
I just want
Okay.
to like tackle him.
Okay, so you want to go out the back of the tent?
Yeah.
Okay. As the tent is starting to
You don't have to
ignite
do that
in
right now. I
flames.
just wanted that to be clear.
Well, I was going to ask what Lincoln's up to right now.
Gotcha.
So as you slip out the back of the tent,
Mhm.
make an awareness test. Real quick.
awareness. I'm aware.
How aware are you?
Dude, super aware. 24.
Okay. The pommel of a short sword comes winging towards your head,
Ooh.
and you duck. as Varl 6
Varl.
As Varl 6 just goes, "You're not Varl. But neither am I."
Truce.
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 Let's go this way.
Okay.
As they kind of run you around the back of this tent, they'll see Hoyd as you and Shapizo are like quickly hauling this Varl over. You see the straw falling out. As the deep, dark secret known only to Varl 6 is that Varl 1 is very small. It is also the real Varl.
That's what I was thinking.
With
That's
3
why I
daggers
wanted-
in their
I was like-
back.
That's why I didn't want to just kill him. I
Varl
wanted to drag him.
6, close advisor to Varl 1, is looking to kind of edge their way in here. And they're tired of all the backbiting and the backstabbing. As they go, "You walked out drunk and came back sober."
You're very astute.
And he'll run you over. As all 4 of you kind of convene upon this one Varl, there is utter chaos in the Varl tent. The one guard that's holding the roseblood and has been stabbed is like crawling out into the snow, helping to a little bit mask the blood trail. As he's like, "No, I don't want to be eaten by the plants." As the rosebloods smell more fresh blood. And they all start peeling their way out of the greenhouse. As the gardener's like, "Wait, lovelies, you'll freeze." As they run out into the snow. And they just suckle upon the warm blood, suppling it out of the snow, helping hide your trail. You guys get behind the medical tent. Varl 6, Lincoln, Hoyd, Shapiso, and your victim holding on. As he goes, Varl 6 says, "It seems as though 2 spots are open. And who knows how many of us made it out of that tent."
They were literally all conspiring to kill each other.
I know. They're insufferable.
Am I hearing this?
Oh,
Yeah, we're all
he's like
together.
right next
Okay, yeah,
to you.
yeah.
I'm going to look at Varl 6,
Yeah.
and I'm going to go, "I am your new Varl," and I'm going to get ready to stab Varl 1.
Yeah, he was coming over to do the same thing,
Okay.
so you're fine. He's like, "Varl Carthalion is weak. Weak leadership leads to backbiting. You 3 don't belong here. How'd
And
you get in?"
We have connections.
Your base is easily infiltrated.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like you said, he's weak.
Seems we found our new Varl Carthalion.
And I'm going to go, it's a group effort.
It always was.
No more backstabbing.
If you can keep this operation under control, I'm happy to offer the services I offered to our prior Varl. Nothing needs to change. You just get yourself a get-up like this.
And I'll drive the dagger right into his chest.
Done. Executed with impunity. Varl 1 is no more. Long live Varl 1. He will remove the helmet of that Varl and hand it to you as you've executed Varl 1. And you'll see it's a much smaller, feminine Varl underneath. And lots of padding to pad out the muscles. The Varls underneath change constantly. But they all have their tells. You'll just have to learn those of the new ones that you bring in and hire.
That ends today, and I'm going to walk back to the tent.
Yeah. As the 2 of them are trying to thrust blades under the ribs, being like, "Where are the guards I hired to help me with this?" It was supposed to be easy, as 2 of them are very bloody. One of them's already dead on the floor, and the 2 of them are kind of in like a knife fight. One's holding the bottle of wine upside down. It's a madhouse. Several of the guards are sleeping, and a lot of the ones that ate the shepherd's pie are running out in the chaos, but have no idea who to listen to.
Right.
And I'm going to get their attention,
Okay.
and I'm going to look at them all, and I'm going to go, "You backstabbers?" Or I'm going to say, "All of you that have hired these guards to kill all of us, step forward," as they're trying to get away or whatever.
A couple of the guards are like, yeah, we were asked to kill one of you. And then eventually all of them step forward.
Nice.
And they're like, it was like 6 years' salary. I couldn't say no.
And then I'll look at Varl too. And I'll go,
Varl 2,
is he still alive or is he dead?
he's bleeding out fast, man.
I'll just go, this man is a dead man. And I will...
And he's like,
And I will look and I will say,
Not
we are
yet.
looking for a new Varl to take her place. I'm looking at you, Chapizo. And then what was the other Varl that was still trying to kill somebody? Is it Varl 4?
two and 4 are trying to
kill each other.
well, I'm sorry.
one of them's
3
already
and
dead.
4 are trying to kill each other.
Well,
2's bleeding out on the
Okay,
floor.
so 2's going to die.
Yes.
3 is probably... Which one is winning in the fight? 3 or 4?
We went
Neither.
from trying
Well,
to kill
6
only
okay.
the one to now just...
I'm just going to kill the other 2.
Well, isn't
Operation
6 the only one
Burn
really
the
that
Forest.
didn't try to?
Yeah, 6 is
to
like the
murder.
only one that didn't try to murder anybody.
6, yeah, so the deal with 6 is that nobody had any dirt on them.
So where's 5?
I
5
swapped
is
them.
already dead. Oh,
5
yeah, you're
is,
5.
is
Drunk
drunk,
in
and
the-
knocked out
yeah.
in
Yeah,
the...
I swapped them.
So you,
Yeah.
I mean, as far as 5 knows, it's business as usual when they wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like, did I get drunk and like steal a normal guard uniform? That seems like something I would do.
I'll look at Chapizo and I'll go, let's take care of 3 and 4. And I want to walk over and just kill him.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll say-
4's holding the dagger, and 3 has like a short sword and a bottle of wine, but neither of them have a good like grip on their weapon at all.
I'm just gonna add to Hoyd saying that. I'm gonna say it's time for new management, and then I'll go stab whichever one you're not gonna
Yeah.
stab.
Okay.
I'll go for 4.
As they're both
I'll do 3.
positioned, a dagger is slipped under their ribs as you were hired to do. They go, and they'll both collapse. So,
And I will look. Oh, should I say something to the guards? Like, we are under new management.
Yep, that's what.
Varl spots are open.
we'll be conducting a series of interviews. Please make a resume. If you don't have a cover letter, I will throw it away without
God
looking
damn
at it at all.
Just
The dumbest trend.
It must pass the AI
Yeah.
bot first.
Yeah. As 12 guards are currently... Well, 10 guards have consumed Sleepy Time Bear Juice. They will not be joining you
yeah.
because they're sleeping. And Varl 5 is currently unconscious with them. Largely indistinguishable from them, but you've seen him without his mask on. You could identify him.
Yeah.
He just has a vice where he drinks when he's nervous. And he has a loose tongue when he's drunk. It's up to you if you want to risk that in your management courses. But right now you have one of the 6 Varls that's willing to help you, which will greatly diminish the connections that you have, as 5 of them are now dead or dying. But it's fine.
Hey. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
We'll remake those connections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guards are kind of muttering amongst themselves, really unsure, because they're like, I mean, look what happened to the last batch of Varls.
Well, don't be weak.
And they're all just kind of whispering, like, what does that mean? I don't know. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Don't be weak of mind.
But one
body.
aspirational one is like, I'll do it. I'll be a Varl. Do I get a mask?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, never mind.
You're the maskless. Varl.
Pass. No deal. You have a very important job. You get to be literally strapped to the front of my torso at all times, so that if anyone tries to stab us, they have to literally go through you. Okay, so I'll say you can recruit from among these guards or from elsewhere between now and later.
Okay. I feel
On
like we
account
leave a
of-
couple.
On account of Varl's
Open.
6,
Stefan for his birthday.
yeah,
Yeah.
Make up for it.
Varl's 1 and 6, if either one of them were alive, you could usurp with the other. So they're effectively the glue holding the operation together.
Okay.
Head of this guild, if you will.
Yeah.
Either one of them could do it. 6 is more of the day-to-day management.
We can-
One was operating of like the
They-
mystique of this.
They can honestly keep like 90% of the profits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We just need
yeah.
to run the way we want.
Okay.
Need the men when we need them.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't need the money.
Or the information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what'll happen is this Varl, and you can name him whatever you want now because Varl Carthalion's dead. So Varl 6, which is now the only Varl other than the three of you,
So that
he'll help run this little longhouse operation
okay.
with no ties to sticks and stones. So
Yeah.
they'll bring in a little money. They can get you discounts on the sort of black market purchases before every mission.
Okay.
And they may be able to, on occasion, get you
Intel
additional things.
on
additional
our
intel.
main target.
Yeah, so it
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
like the Varl 6, his whole shtick was knowing the weakness of the other Varls. So if you had been able to get him alone, he would have told you, like, Varl 1's afraid of fire because they're stuffing their armor. So they're super flammable.
Right.
Makes
Varl
sense.
number 2 is afraid of Riftkin, which is why they're like, hey, bring a Roseblood in here and just shiv him. Varl 3 is paranoid about poison and will literally take nothing offered to him. So no matter how many people you poisoned, he wouldn't have gone for it. He's like, I'm not taking that.
Yeah.
Varl number 4 keeps a knife in their boot and is really shifty and is trying to get some action, kill
Right.
somebody,
Right.
move up. And Varl number 5, he's got a vice for the little liquor. You know, he likes to drink. But there you go. On account of that, you have 20 semi-loyal soldiers that will at least follow your orders roughly. They're not the most loyal people, but as long as you pay them, they don't really care. You got a little squad.
Yeah.
And you've got Varl 6, who will help you keep up this little operation and maybe grow it over time. It was a little bit rocky. You had some very good ideas, and a few things maybe didn't go quite as planned. But, you know, mission
that's
accomplished.
gonna
That's our
happen.
style. That's our
Yeah.
MO.
In accordance with that, you'll be receiving the lesser payment because most
Yeah.
of the Varls are dead.
Yeah.
But 800 gold in control of this this little operation is not so bad.
I think I would take less money and have more people. Like I would trust any of those guards more than the 3 Varls that are
Yeah,
removed.
that's why I was like, just kill them.
It's
Just kill
Yeah.
those two
Yeah.
Varls and then
So
rebuild.
800 gold to be added to your coffers, and
Write that down. Write that down.
yeah, don't
800
forget
gold.
that. Don't mess it up.
A treasure.
Minus what we
Um,
spent.
I've already took that out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Plus.
you do have access to
We made 10 gold.
you know any of the Varl armor sets that you want.
Oh, cool. Glamour that.
Yeah, if you want to be like. They do have a bit of prestige among people that know of this sort of operation.
Oh, so we can get into places then, probably.
It will open some doors.
Nice.
It will shut a lot of doors, as many
Yeah.
things will do
Right.
in any game that I run, because I like some layered intrigue. People that know about this guild will be very keen to deal with you and maybe try to get an angle. But they may also try to leverage things against you.
Yeah.
Right.
They may try to collect bounties on you. But, you know, you can also get a lot of extra info.
Yeah.
But otherwise, well done. Excellent work. Congratulations. You've overtaken. You've killed the Varl Carthalion.
Fear is
Long
not a
live Varl
Among many
Carthalion.
others.
for you.
Yeah, you did kill a lot of people. But thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you later. Be kind to yourself.